Because after the Million Man March, the Negro mind, we only think that, if we're not making some demand on white folks to do something for us, that we're not going to be a success. So they didn't understand the real call of the Million Man March. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, when we went back to Washington for the family march, he had Ben Chavis go out and sit with many of these black leaders, whether they were in the church, the mosque, nationalist organization, et cetera, and there's input in a book for follow-up to the Million Man March. And it was only $5. You got words from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to give us a better spiritual outlook, but there are action steps in there for every area of life where we're hurting and more. Education, whether it's the Justice Department, whether it's incarceration, quality of life issues in that, in the book called The National Agenda. And this is set up so that we as black people could really begin to work on a larger scale. And we're trying to reinvigorate and restore some of that. Many of the people that helped us around the country now, they're no longer alive. Especially in Philadelphia, there are about 18 to 20 people I can think of that were big help to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that are no longer alive. And then 2 or 3 of them that are alive, they're much older now. So you really have to start with almost some new folks again, but really beginning to build a network of people that want to bring change. And we just understand you're never going to bring change and you don't want to change. So Allah says in the Quran, He changes not the condition of the people till they first change it themselves. That means their own hearts, their own minds, their ways have to change so we can bring about the change that we want, because self-improvement is the basis for community development. You can't just have an event and a conference and a party and a reception and think you got change unless the people are changing on the inside. And that takes a lot of work. We all should be walking around with a men, women at work sign on us. I'm a work in progress, right? You can't wait till you free of sin to start trying to bring a truth, help a man bring a truth. If we had to do that, we'd never open. But we live in a civilization, I think I mentioned before. People say, nobody's perfect. The minister said, yeah, see, in this civilization, they make you don't want to strive for perfection.